Don't be tight. Don't be tight.
To the brim.
Yeah. Ahoy there, I'm Heidi and this here be my trusty first mate, Bonny the Brave. Together we set sail aboard the Jolly Roger, dreaming of adventures across the canals and rivers of the UK, hunting for treasure and tall tales. But since the launch of this mighty vessel, we've been marooned on this very river, trapped like pirates with nowhere to plunder. Arr, the quest continues. Good morning, I'm currently here at Vale Royal. It's a lovely little mooring. I got here the other day, nice little peaceful cruise, but a bit windy. And since I've been here, I've had nothing but strong winds and it's been very moist. But the thing is, with being on a river, we don't want rain. So I know the canals are struggling for water, but the river, well, this river isn't. And it always frightened me, especially being on my own, because when it rains hard, the rivers can get a bit of a flow on them. They can even go into flood. And it makes things difficult as a solo boater. Now I'm trapped on this river along with other boaters because the routes off it are all closed due to locks breaking or a lift breaking or a culvert going. So there's no way off this river at the moment. So before I set off, actually, because I asked you to send in your questions, didn't I, the other week? I've got loads of people sending in all their questions. Before we set off, I'm just going to answer one of those. So the biggest question that I got asked, well, one of the biggest questions I got asked was, Heidi, if you're stuck on this river, just get yourself craned off. Now, I've been doing so much research on this and looking into this. So in order for my boat to be lifted from the river back to the canals, 3 things need to happen. The first is you need to get a big crane to lift the boat from the river onto the back of a lorry. Then the lorry takes you a short distance to the nearest boatyard on the nearest canal, which is Winsford Wharf, and then you get craned in back from the lorry into the canal. So the lorry, we can get that for 250 quid, so that isn't so bad. And also the lift in onto the canal is only 250 quid because they've got a bit of a slipway there. However, to get your boat craned off the river, you need to hire in a crane, and you hire that for the day because of the reach and the height and all that malarkey. That crane, with all the staff that go with it, is £1,800. Now that is a lot of money that I don't have. Okay, so in order to make it cheaper, because you are hiring that crane for the day, you can share it. So if there's 2 boats wanting to use the crane, that's £900. If there's 3 boats, I think it's £600. 4 boats, £400. So, you know, I'm not very good at the maths, but you can split that cost. So obviously there's going to be a lot of chatting with other boaters. Do they want to do it? But I do know that I really don't want to be on this river for winter because it can go into flood. I know that there's not enough floating pontoons for the amount of boats that are on this river. There is a marina that you can go in, but that's another cost. So I've had to think about all this because that money that you're spending on just being lifted out, that's a holiday, isn't it? Or it's your blacking cost for the year, or, you know, so it's a lot of money. So a lot of thinking has to happen, and also a lot of, you know, communication with other boats, because people may want to come back onto the river because they may be stuck on the rest of the network. So we'll see. Anyway, let's get going and we'll have a little chat once we get going, eh? Not a very nice day today. Got really strong winds and it's forecast lots of rain. But I need to get myself to the end of this navigation at Winsford because I've got a dear friend of mine coming round for a rum, and I haven't seen him since I was trapped in Todmorden in about 2020. I'd done the Huddersfield Narrow through Standish Tunnel all round, bit of the Calder and Hebble, and then back down the Rochdale, and I got trapped for 3 months at Todmorden, similar to what's happened here because of broken guillotine lock, I think it was, and the lock behind was also broke. So we're just all trapped in this little pound. And he came to see me then because he was in the area. And I first met him when I've not long set up the pirate boat. So that was about 4 or 5 years before then. So yeah, it'd be great to catch up. Some of you may know who he is. So it was lovely, that little mooring at Vale Royal, but since I moored up there, it was strong winds, gusty, peeing it down. So I didn't really appreciate it as much as I'd like to, but we got a few walks in and Bonny loved it. But the problem is, when you're a solo boater, mooring up and unmooring, that's the right word, when you're on your own can be a bit hard work, you know. I really struggled coming into that mooring the other day because of the winds, and then just leaving then, it was very much the same, because by the time you've got one of the ropes off and you've got to go down and get the other one, which is 57 foot away, the boat's blowing out into the middle of the canals. Because even though boats are like whatever they are, 12 ton, 15 ton, 18 ton, the minute the wind hits the size of them, they're just, you know, you're going on your jollies, aren't you? But I managed it. It's just sometimes hard doing it solo, especially when it's gusty. And it's the same pretty much as well on the canals. On the river it's a lot wider. Even these guys on the paddle boards aren't standing up today. It's that gusty. Woo! Well, the last time I went under this bridge I just fitted with my chimney on, so I'm hoping I can do the same today, because the water levels on here do fluctuate. Just have to take it nice and steady. Oh my goodness, we only just made it up to that bridge then. Wow, I thought I was going to lose my bandana. Anyway, when we get going now, I'm just going to go through some more of those questions people have been sending in. And one of the main ones that everyone has been asking was, how much does it cost living on a boat? So I'll cover a little bit of that as well. It's hard to tell at the moment for me because this boat is new, but we'll go into that as well. And whilst we're chatting away, we're just coming up here now to one of the oldest still working salt mines in the country. And I have covered this in more detail in a previous video. But back to boat costs. Now the main things to realise is that I didn't do living on a boat because I thought it'd be cheaper than living in a house. That wasn't any reason why I came to boat life. I came to boat life because it was something I always dreamed of. I always wanted to live on a boat. It was a way of travelling and having my home with me, just as much as I enjoyed being in my camper van. And I always used to look at the boats and always envy them, you know, saying, oh, what a wonderful life. A very hard life, you know, it could be hard work going all the time emptying your toilets, filling up with water. But I love all that. I love the chores of boat life. It gets you up and about, keeps you motivated, makes you appreciate everything. And obviously as well, every day you get to wake up to new views, which is wonderful. And if you don't like your neighbours or where you are, you just unpitch your ropes and off you go. Now this boat is new to me and I've not been living on it a year yet, so I can't really give you the cost of this boat, but cost for the rum wench over a year with all my coal, all my kindling, my wood, my diesel, my gas, the boat licence, the insurance and public liability, not including food, and not including crossing the River Mersey, which I did last year, and all that, just general living costs, were about 4,500. The total cost was 4,390, but I'm sure I may have missed something along the way. So yeah, that also included putting money by for blacking, which I do every month, and also for if anything goes wrong. I like to have a £500 in the kitty just in case, Now when you do compare that to a house, it doesn't seem so much, does it? But one day you wake up, you're not feeling 100%, it's peeing down outside, and you think, oh, I'd just like to sit now in front of the fire and watch Netflix. But no, you can't, because you've got no internet. You need to go and fill up with water because you can't make a brew. You need to go and empty your toilet because you can't use the loo. Yeah, it's absolutely joyous. But for me, as I have mentioned before, it's not somewhere to live, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle choice. It's amazing. Another question that quite a few people asked was, would I take a permanent mooring or put my boat into a marina? So, I mean, I would. If I was going on holiday, I'd put my boat into a marina, but I wouldn't live on my boat in a marina. But lots of people do. But for me, that's because it's an extra cost, and also I love waking up every day to a new view. I love exploring all the moorings that I stop at, going around the villages, the towns, seeing what's about. So it's not something that I would like to do, but I know loads of people that do that because they're still going to work or they've got family nearby. But not for me now. But in the future, who knows, if I end up being ill or something, then I still want to live on a boat. And by being in a marina where you've got all your facilities there and there's people about to help, then, you know, who knows. Anyway, we're just coming up now to the end of the navigation, this end of the river. And this is the flashes. It's from back in the mining days when all the land subsided and it created these big pools of water, and it's beautiful. I've been on it in my kayak, been on it in a friend's fiberglass boat, little cruisers, and I'm hopefully going to go on it in my paddleboard. But there's a little marina just to the left, and that's where we're going to be mooring the Jolly Roger for today. So we've just moored up here now in Winsford, ready for my friend to arrive in the morning, and it's a lovely mooring this is. Obviously it's in a town, so you'll have sirens and noise and traffic and people, but it's so tranquil. You've got all the swans, loads of swans, coots, ducks, even seagulls, and there's something about waking up to the sound of a seagull, isn't there? It makes you feel like you're on the high seas rather than stuck on a river in a town. Anyway, I just want to show you some gifts that I picked up when I was in Northwich the other day. People sent me loads and loads of gifts. People are so kind, aren't they? And I'm just going to show you these now. So I got, this is one of them. This is a metal sign. It says the Jolly Roger, Mayhem, Mischief and Malarkey. Now, that is perfect for what happens on this Jolly Roger, isn't it? There's always loads of mischief going on. And I got a lovely little note with it from Paul, Stewart and Eddie the Chihuahua. And they say, we love watching your channel every week. Thursdays are officially Heidi Day. Oh, bless them. Oh, so thank you very, very much. I also got this. Now, It's homemade honey. And I love honey. I love something nice and sweet. And this is from Susan and David Smout. I think that's how you say it. In South Yorkshire. And they've told me that I've got to have this with some hot water, rum to make a hot toddy to warm my bones. So, and they've told me to be very generous with the rum. So I'm sure we can make that happen. So once it gets colder, which it is starting to get cold, I've had my fire lit quite a few nights now. Yeah, then we'll have that. So thank you very, very much to you guys. And also, oh, I've got this. Now I've no idea where I'm going to put this. It's big and it's heavy. Because this boat is full to the brim, but I'll probably put it in my bathroom and put a plant on it. It is lovely. It's a handmade treasure chest. And we all like a nice chest, don't we? And this, I'll read you the note in a minute, but inside, it's a bottle of rum. How lovely. But I'm sure the guy that made me this is a doctor, because I really struggled to read the writing on his note. But he says he's been fiddling around in his shed and made me this treasure chest. So thank you very much. And that's from DL, I think it says. Yeah, so thank you. Anyway, I'm going to take Bonnie for a lovely walk now, and I'll see you in the morning. So my friend's just arrived and we're going to have a little bit of a rum now because the weather outside is horrendous today. Robbie, how are you doing?
Pretty well, apart from all this weather outside. I thought I'd come and see you on the Weaver.
So are you ready for a little tit of rum?
Yeah, more than ready now, yeah.
So if you didn't know, Robbie is the start of his own TV series called Canal Boat Diaries, CBD. And he's actually here. You're filming on the rivers, aren't you?
I am actually supposed to be filming at the moment. Well, not at the moment because it is raining quite a lot, but that's fine.
Series 7.
Yeah, Series 7. Just keep cranking them out, basically.
And is it going well? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I am loving it, really. It's not a proper job, as my parents would like me to have, but it is something to do. Do you know what I mean?
Right, Robbie, which rum do you want? I've got loads of different rums.
I usually have Kraken or people
call
me a dead man's shoes, but I want to try something a little bit more exciting. But not that dead strong one you had the other day, the 80%. that was too much.
Yeah, have a bit of this.
Yeah, that's a cool bottle.
That's really nice. This is Crusty Juggler. It's coffee type rum. Do you like coffee rums?
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
What do you call the coffee that has got rum in it? Is that a Jamaican coffee or something?
There's
Irish is with whiskey.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
That type of coffee. I'm not sure.
No, it's nice. That.
Yeah.
So I do like if it's a cocktail, I do like an espresso martini because I'm dead classy, mate.
Right then, so let's get this poured.
Right, Antigua.
Robbie, will you pour them? Do you want to pour them?
Yeah,
Make a nice change for me.
What for you?
Don't be tight. Don't be tight.
To the brim.
Yeah.
I've worked in a pub before.
Yeah.
But they did sack me. So it's just got to try to sup these without spilling it everywhere.
Cheers first. Cheers. Just wet the lips. Top ones.
Well, some of it went in my mouth anyway.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on.
Nice bit of coffee in that, yeah, definitely.
So whilst you're here, I'm just going to get a cloth from your spillage. Whilst you're here, there's a few questions I want to ask you. Okay. Is it all right? Yeah. Right, okay, let's get a cloth.
I feel like we should be using coasters. My mum always shouts at me.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, she doesn't shout. She's lovely.
Yeah, Mum's race, aren't they?
They're not bad.
I have to FaceTime my mum every single night because otherwise she worries where I am.
Really?
Yeah, truthfully.
Well, what if you can't get a signal?
I know, well, I have to go off with Bonny, find a signal and message her. Even if it's just a text.
Yeah.
She always has to need to know where I am.
She worries about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine does as well. But I tell her to. Look, I'm alright, I'm 43 years old.
Let's have another one. Little top.
Okay, this time.
So, first question, okay, on the edge of everyone's lips probably, is do you have a fair maiden or a woman love of your life? Do you have anyone you like?
One in every pore. That's what they say. At the moment I'm not concentrating on, I'm not not going around chasing women. But yeah, I'm just trying to focus on my journeys and things like that, and making hay while the sun shines.
But there's no one special in your life at the moment. It's a shame because you're a good looking.
It's difficult because you have to be sort of quite vague with it. You don't want to.
Of course.
Like if I'm in a new relationship, I don't really want to go out telling everyone. Because the last time I did that, it literally ended the next week. So yeah. It's really difficult.
It's hard, isn't it? It's hard when you put yourself out there, and hard as well when you're moving around all the time to try and date someone. It's difficult, isn't it?
And if you're
I think he's single, everyone. So you know.
Well, if you're a mega canal celebrity like us two, there's added pressure there. I think.
Yeah.
You know, you're on view. Like you can't rock the boat too much. You know what I mean?
Well, chance to be a fine thing. Hey, Robbie, another little car run. Second question, right? What's your favourite go-to pirate phrase or impression?
Well, I'm from an area in rural Dorset where it's just all farms, so I'm basically a farmer pirate.
All right.
You know, I've got my pirate tattoo,
Oh,
but
you do?
yeah, but that's
amazing.
in terms of sayings, I just have to go "Arr."
Yeah.
Where are my cows gone?
Give us an.
Arr.
You made me spill my rum again.
Or, Yar.
Yeah.
Where's my tractor?
Will you give us an R for the camera?
Arr.
R. Right. Let me get the cloth again.
It's 10 a.m.
You know what, Robbie? I've never ever in my whole
Oh,
life
you've got a sign that says that, yeah.
spilt so much rum.
I cause chaos, that's my job.
It's good you keep making me laugh. Right.
I went on that BBC breakfast and took all my tools with me, all the windlass and everything like that, and they weren't prepared for it. So they had this little smooth link, and then they completely messed it up because I was there.
Oh.
Handed me the windlass around.
Right. One more question, if that's all right.
Oh, absolutely.
I know you've got to get
yeah.
cranking it.
Yeah, always cranking it.
Another drink first, though.
Yeah, okay.
The lips.
All the best. Sod the rest. Save a bit for later.
What's the most piratey thing that's ever happened to you on the canals, on the court?
Well, we've got these planks, gang planks, haven't we, on boats. That's famously used by pirates, and I have definitely used mine a couple of times to walk along. So I've walked the plank a few times. One time was in York where the river level came back down again and left us a load of silt everywhere and sand stuff, so it was just an absolute mess. So the only way to cross it was just on this plank. And then the other time I did it for charity, where I literally walked the plank into a lock.
What, into the water?
I don't want any budgie smokers on.
No! Is that on video anywhere?
It is on video, but at the moment you can only see it if you go to my live shows. That's a little plug for my live shows.
Yeah. Robbie started off on YouTube making his own videos, and now you've done so well, haven't you? He was picked up by the BBC, and
very lucky.
Now, and what are you on now? Is it Yesterday?
Yeah, so You and Yesterday is the channel it's on at the moment, and I think you can watch it
everywhere
in the US as well and other places like that.
Wonderful.
But you need certain streaming services I don't know about. But
and he shows the real side of boating, and you cover a lot of history, and you're doing a wonderful job. Canal Boat Diaries, you know, wonderful, and it's been a pleasure to have you in my rear entrance and on board the Jolly Roger. Cheers, Robbie. So Robbie's gone now. He's such a lovely guy. He's gone off to carry on filming on the river. So I just thought I'd have a little last rum. And whilst I am pouring this, a huge thank you to this week's pirate crew. Thank you for everything you do. And I've also got the glass here that Robbie's had his lips round. Yeah, look at that. I'm not going to wash it ever. I might even auction it. No, I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Anyway, here's my glass. So let's have a cheers, everyone. Cheers. Just wet the lips. Top ones. So, every time it rains whilst I'm on this river, a little bit of me starts to panic, I have to say. But I am going to start heading back now towards the floating pontoons. We've had a lot of rain lately, and I'm sure the canals are going to be open in no time due to the amount of rain that we've had. So fingers crossed on that. But I am going to leave the video here. If you have enjoyed it, please do give us a big thumbs up, really helps the channel. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. And before I go, just a huge, massive thank you to my lovely, gorgeous patrons, and also to all the lovely people last week who commented and did a super thanks. Thank you so much. Anyway, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next week.